あっちゃー、ベランダの花がまた枯れてる。毎日水やりしてるのに。もしかして逆にやりすぎ？
Silver Meter, thanks so much for the 60-month resub. Welcome back. Excuse me. Hope you're doing well, bro. A bit better than before, but still not out of the woods yet. But thanks for asking. Appreciate it. But hey, welcome back, everybody. Just gonna wait for people to filter in. What's a Genshin and what's it impacting? Good question. I'm not too sure either. Your electric teams are weak. Oh, it's a good thing that Seed's about to be about to show up next week. I think it's next week, right? Also, is my directory on Genshin? Should be, I think. Yeah, we're already on Genshin.
あっちゃベランダの花がまた枯れてる。毎日水やりしてるのに。もしかして逆にやりすぎ？まだ終わってない鍛造依頼、あと何件あったっけ？一つ、二つ、そんな多くないみたいだし、明日から本気出そっと。
Electro in general is weak in Zenless. Haramasa, Sambi, extremely backloaded damage. Yanagi is married to Disorder. I mean, I guess, but as long as you have Yanagi, it's like she alone could probably take care of all the Electro nodes for you. Or all the lightning damage nodes for you, I guess. Until you run into Deadass and you need lightning for like two fights out of 3, then in which case, I guess you're kind of fucked. Oh yeah, I still have to get these things done. Apparently we get some primo gems out of these. Yeah, Finkel, welcome back.
あっちゃベランダの花がまた枯れてる。毎日水やりしてるのに。もしかして逆にやりすぎ？あなたの空がどうしたの？また何か良くないことでも？ 42回目と90回目は止まらなかったのに、なんでダメだったんだろう。42回目と90回目？
That 6.0 live stream. I guess we can start talking about it now. If more people join in and want to talk about it, I can just repeat myself. Thoughts on the level 100? Apparently, it's a thing that they had in FGO. Well, yeah, FGO always had it. FGO started with the whole Grail system, where you could Grail anybody to level 100, and they updated it so that you can upgrade it. You can level it. You can limit break somebody, a servant to level 120, which is a lot more investment. First things first, I want to make it clear that I did call this, where in one of my actually not even one, both of my how to improve Genshin videos that I made last year and 2 years ago, I specifically was like, yeah, it'd be cool if we had some sort of way to limit break our characters. Not to mention, there was a rumor like earlier this year or last year where people were like, oh yeah, we'll be able to have we'll get the ability to like limit break our characters up to like 100 or something. But I guess they either delayed that until this year or the leaks were just a year early or something. But yeah, I'm glad that they implemented the whole limit break, level cap break, the max level break thingy, or the level 100 thing. It's just I'm not entirely satisfied with how they implemented it. Like tying that shit to you getting extra copies of 5-star characters past C6, it's basically an even worse USO. Right, because remember in FGO, you only get USOs when you roll more copies of a 5-star past your 5th copy. So assuming for the moment that you only get that Masterless Stella, whatever the fuck they're called, from rolling more characters, more copies of a character past 7. Yeah, that shit is really weird. Yeah, paywalled by C6 characters. I don't fucking like that at all. Like, that shit is almost to the point where it's like, damn, was that even worth putting in then? If that's the case? Like, how many people are simply just never going to take advantage of the whole, like, well, not even take advantage of, that sounds wrong. How many people out there are basically never going to be able to see a level 100 character then? Like, I get that their main audience is Chinese players, but still, like, holy fuck, man.
やんちゃな風が僕の最初の読者になりたいって葉っぱを持って行っちゃったんだ。追いかけようとすると今度は黒い
Yeah, Real, welcome back.
出てきて葉っぱを加えていっちゃってさ。おかげで
If only they are the USOs again. They pretty much are. Like, tell me that they aren't.
あっという間にどこかへ行っちゃってね。
Like, at least they're not as bad as USOs in Genshin, where like you can use a masterless Stella, whatever the fuck. But like, I don't know, man. I ain't gonna lie, it don't feel too good seeing how they fucking implemented that shit. Like, why not just make it an item like it is in FGO, where you can obtain those items by, you know, clearing events or something? It's like, what the fuck? Level 100 doesn't do anything crazy. Anyway, well, you say that, but remember that elemental mastery scaling characters, or characters who scale with EM, they benefit the most out of just having raw stats, because EM only basically just relies on raw stats, no? Yeah, I suppose HP scalers too, though. I don't know how much more they would benefit, how much exactly they benefit from just having more raw stats. Just transformative reactions, EM, HP. Yeah, but those reactions are pretty fucking strong, no? Some of the strongest characters in the game are HP scaling. And, you know, Kazuha is still a thing. What if max level is 100 now? What about Abyss or other endgame content? Well, we'd have to see what happens then, because it's not like Hoyo comes out with more endgame modes on a regular basis, to be fair. Hopefully it won't be too big of a difference, else people will riot. I don't know, something tells me that it will. There's a chance that the stat difference between level 90 and level 100 characters might actually be noticeable. Like, unless they just continue the scaling of like how much stats characters get going from like 80 to 90, because if you remember, characters don't usually get that many stats going from 80 to 90. They get most of their stats from all their levels before then. Like, every character has like the reverse S growth curve, if we're gonna use FGO terms. But like, I don't know. Is that going to be the case necessarily? We don't know. At least not yet. Unless we're already getting leaks on Twitter or something where people are starting to report that, oh, you know, level 100 characters are way stronger than level 90 characters, and hopefully that's not true, but I guess we'll see. The USO in FGO at least can buy you a new potential servant. Yeah, but you also need 10 of them. At least in Genshin, the USO in Genshin, you don't need 10 to level up one character to 100. At least I don't think that's how it works, right? Like, I think it's just anytime you get a dupe character past like 7 copies of any 5-star character, you can just use that item, whatever it is that you get from that, and you can immediately uncap a character's like level, or like how many levels does it take them up to? I don't know, I forget. Like, does one of those items get a character up to like level 95, and then the second one gets them up to level 100 or something? According to China, 95% don't care about this. I mean, where are you getting those numbers, first of all? And second, like, it's great that they don't care, but they tend not to anyway. Like, if you want me to go into detail about how Chinese players think and how they approach gacha games, then, you know, I definitely can. I don't really care for the Chinese perspective on this. They're pretty much like it's a pretty different world out there, I'm not gonna lie. And like, even if it's only a 10% difference to like 20% of the characters, and is that like the upper threshold, or is that the bottom threshold? Even if they don't get that many stats, or like you don't see that big of a difference between in like performance difference, or you don't see that much of a difference in performance for most characters, I don't really care about like how much better or how much worse characters, or how much better most characters do. Like, I don't give a shit about that. I mainly give a shit about people just having the opportunity to do that in the first place. So like, I don't give a shit about what the Chinese players think. I'm not a Chinese player, so fuck if I care. And I don't care how much more of a performance bonus that characters get. I care about people just being able to do it in the first place. Which is why I have a problem with it. Like, even if it doesn't do anything, the fact that you still need to have rolled more than 7 copies of a single fucking 5-star character, almost said servant there, makes the whole like level 100 thing a very paywall-y thing. It's like, couldn't they have thought of a different way to fucking implement that shit? Especially if, you know, as you say, 95% of Chinese players apparently don't give a shit. It's like, well, if they didn't care about that, then, you know, what if they... Couldn't they have implemented a different way then? Jesus. Wish it was free. Some of it? No, not even just some of it. I wish that every part of it was free. Like, just make it a limited time item or something. You know? I mean, there's a reason why in FGO, grails are, you can't buy grails. And you have to obtain them. Excuse me. One master list will give you +5. So that means that you need 2. Okay, yeah. BRB dinner. Okay, enjoy dinner, I guess. You mean at least some of it was free? What about this whole like level 100 thing? What was free in the first place? What, the fact that it just gets your character up to level 95 for free? I mean, like, I don't really care about that. Like, that's negligible, to be honest. I mean, I'm sure if you had to manually farm XP to get a character level 95, that, you know, I'm sure it would take a lot, but like you can grind XP for free. It might take you like a week or so, but you can get it done, right? Nice React video I made today. It's just a, what is it? It was a stream rip, or a stream VOD. An edited stream VOD, basically. Doing the fucking React Andy slop shit that, you know, most other content creators do. Wouldn't level 100 make Stygian easier? Given the fact that in Genshin, your characters deal less damage, or they have a damage penalty, I think, when they fight enemies that are higher level than them, yes, it would help. To what extent, I'm not exactly sure, but I'm sure it would make I'm sure it would make a difference. How big that difference is, I don't have a way to, you know, tell. They should have made them obtainable. I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. That's fucking what I'm saying. So why the fuck did they... Who the fuck over at MiHoYo thought that it was a great idea to make it fucking paywalled behind fucking, you know, C6 characters? Like, Christ. Honestly thought it was just because of Genshin's spaghetti code, but the fact that devs focus on level 100 instead of removing daily rotations, Genshin is long gone. Well, they're not long gone, but this is just this is what I'm talking about, where Genshin is still the king of gachas, so to say, where they don't need to worry about shit. It's like, yeah, they have some competition for now, but it's not like they really worry about it. I mean, honestly, their biggest competitors are their own fucking games. Like, I'll be honest with you, Bubba, I don't think Genshin's gonna revamp shit, even with part 2. At least not until there are enough gacha games out there that, you know, together pose a big enough threat to Genshin's stability. Since you've been getting so many of those Grail things on my account, who I'm gonna raise level 100. Well, all my favorite waifus, of course. So, Mona first. Mona, Ganyu, and I'll go down the list. Devs are just trying to fish the big whales in the sea. Well, the Chinese players don't mind spending money on gacha games at all. They have a much different mentality when it comes to, like, quote unquote what we Westerners would consider pay to win. Yeah. Like the Chinese players don't give a shit. Like, you offer them a way to pay for characters, to make them stronger, they'll fucking take it. They'll take the bait. Well, most of the time. Though, to be fair, given China's current socio-political atmosphere, or socio-economic atmosphere, not political. Well, part of it has to do with politics, but mainly socio-economic situation over there in the mainland. That might be changing, but for now, the Chinese players are generally speaking, like, pretty what's the word I'm looking for here? Numb to any potentially pay to win aspect of, like, gacha games. Oh, this React Andy slop. Just content on YouTube that like YouTubers put up by just ripping out content from their streams earlier that day and just throwing it, regurgitating it back onto the YouTube channel. incompetency just because you're rich, but that's just capitalism. I mean, that's why having competition in the market is important, you know? If you only have one major player, then they could set all the rules. This is level 100 thing, paywalled like servant coins. Essentially, yeah, Rio. If you don't really know what's going on, I'm guessing you don't play Genshin. Well, I mean, you did say that you're a WoW fan, or you're a WoW player first and foremost. So yesterday in Genshin stream, or earlier this morning at least, for us Americans, one of the features they announced for next patch or next update, I think it's next update, is that they are finally giving players the ability to unlock or uncap their characters all the way up to 100. The issue is that the way to do it is that you need to obtain a certain item called like a masterless, like Stella something. And the problem with that, the problem with obtaining that item is that you first need to roll 7 copies of one particular character, any 7 copies of any 5-star character. Right, get them to C6 first, and then afterwards, once you've rolled a character to C6, once you start getting more dupes of them, the game will start giving you those masterless Stella item thingies, whatever. The one good thing about the situation is that, admittedly, they did say it was going to be retroactive, so your account should keep track of all the times that, you know, you've rolled more characters past C6. So, you know, any one of your permanent characters mainly. So, I mean, I guess that's great for someone like me who's already whaled a ton in the past, and, you know, I've rolled God knows how many extra copies of Spooks for a lot of my permanent 5-star characters, right? But yeah, that's kind of the issue. You have to have rolled enough characters to get them to C6 first, and then you have to start rolling even more copies of them. So, that just fucking sucks. Because, like, how many players do you think out there are even in that sort of position to begin with, you know? Like, realistically speaking, only way, unless you just got, like, incredibly unlucky / lucky, where, like, somehow, even though you're a free-to-play player, you somehow have a fucking C6, like, Mona, for example. It's like, how the hell did that happen? But I don't know, maybe. You never know. Plenty of people out there who still actively play Genshin. But, you know, excluding, like, weird outlier cases like that, how many people exactly do you think are even going to be able to fucking take advantage of this? Not a lot, if you're not a whale, at least. So. Genshin following FGO? Kind of, but at least with FGO, you can obtain all the grails for free. All you need to do with grails is just fucking earn them by completing story chapters and, like, events and stuff. I mean, it is true that grail, most of the grails in FGO are event walled or event locked. So if you didn't play a lot of events, then you're not going to have as many grails as, like, say, someone who's been playing since the very beginning, like me, on the NA server at least. But yeah, at least they're free technically, right? Like, nobody who plays FGO thinks that grails are like a pay-to-win item. Because everyone knows that it's like, oh yeah, once you start playing the game, you start earning some grails. Like, oh yeah, people, you see grails as like a reward for your hard work. Or like a reward for your grind going through story or whatever, right? So, ain't nobody got a problem with it. It's like, it's completely free. You just gotta fucking play the game. Whereas here, it's like, well, you do have to spend money. Technically. Like, I don't think this should be an item that you should go out of your way to start fucking, you know, shoving thousands of bucks down Mihoyo's throat for. But still, it still kind of sucks that a lot of people out there are going to just completely miss out on this mechanic just because they decided not to fucking spend money. It's really fucking stupid. This is basically the same as, like, MP6 coins, almost. Almost. I mean, hey, for all that's bad with the fucking servant coins in FGO, at least you can get some servant coins for free just by grinding a bond on all servants. I mean, it's not gonna get you much, but it might be enough to, like, you know, max A2. And realistically speaking, the A2, the second append skill, is like the most important thing for most servants. Or like, if you wanted to take a servant to like level 120 or something, then it might be enough for that. I don't know. Ow, fuck. Sounds like FGO's USO, but worse. Yes, that's exactly right. It is FGO's USO. Well, technically it's not worse. It's actually slightly better, but the fact that it's basically a paywalled version of Grails really fucking ruffles my feathers. Or that shit really triggers me. Do the Chinese have good salaries or something? Well, not really. But that's not the main reason. The main reason why Chinese players don't mind like things that I like either pay to win things, like just straight up pay to win things, or like things that kinda seem pay to win. It's mainly a cultural thing. If you watch Mr. Pokey, he can explain it a little better than I can. But I remember watching, because I don't know if you guys remember me reacting to I put out a video like earlier this year on my channel where I reacted to Mr. Pokey's one thing that Mr. Pokey said about something. I forget what it was. Like some sort of like, you know, I think Pokey was talking about how a lot of Star Rail players are fucking stupid. And so, you know, is there... Oh, yeah, I remember. He was discussing about, it, like, the issue of power creep in Star Rail. And, rather than put some of the blame on Hoyo, he basically put all the blame on the players. Like, not once did he ever say some shit like, oh, maybe Hoyo could have done this or that better. No, he just fucking ragged it all on the players. And while, yes... a degree of that is certainly true, where a lot of players are just straight up fucking retarded, and you know they're just bitching about something that they shouldn't be. You know, he should have also criticized Hoyo too while he was at it, but he didn't do that because, you know, he doesn't want to lose Hoyo's sponsor money. That, and he lives in Singapore, and you know Cognisphere is based out of Singapore, so you can kind of see why he didn't do that. Anyways, in that video that I reacted to, Mr. Pokey briefly touched upon at certain points in his video or on stream. He briefly touched upon the fact that Chinese players don't really have a problem with people like paying money to roll for more constellations, or sorry, eidolons, because it's a Star Wars we're talking about. Chinese players generally don't have a problem. Don't see a problem with paying more money to obtain more eidolons or more copies of like a limited 5-star character, because it's for the purpose of making them stronger. Like, most Chinese players don't see that as pay to win, they just see that as an investment, pretty much. So it's definitely a different like cultural mindset, right? Because your average Western video gamer would definitely see a situation like that, and the first thing they'll think is, oh, pay to win, right? Whereas the Chinese don't necessarily see it that way. Maybe some of them do, or maybe a lot of them do, but it's a lot more culturally accepted over there. It's like, oh yeah, you spent $1,000 to C6 or E6 this really strong Star Rail character. Most Chinese players are just gonna look at it and be like, and just nod their heads, and be like, yeah, I understand. I'd do it too if I had the money. Whereas obviously a lot of Western players over here would look at somebody E6ing a character for meta purposes, or like, you know, gameplay purposes, and they fucking, you know, raise their nose at them, right? Oh, you're a fucking pay-to-win player, fucking whale. Shit like that. So, mainly a cultural thing. Looks like Aid is getting a bunny attire. Aid. You mean the maid from Nikkei? I guess it is about time for Nikkei to start, what is it? Previewing their upcoming content, because the current Absolute Squad event is about to be done, so. there's a slop CC who rants about people reacting to his criticism video, and then the more than the positive ones, albeit he spams Doom posts and misinfo videos of gacha games he targeted. Oh, are you sure you're not talking about Saint Tontus? That sounds like him, alright. Wild situation, to be honest, because you're exactly that type of player who somehow has a fucking C8 gene. Well, funnily enough, yeah, you can actually benefit from that situation. So early congratulations on your level 100 character of your choice. You're just hoping for more things for newer players. Yeah, you'd think they would hand out more freebies for new players. I mean, that's what they even said themselves in the that's what the devs themselves even said in the stream earlier, but so much for that. Yeah, Abandoned Warehouse, how's it going, man? Hey, Kara Fangs, welcome back. Genshin got its own FGO coin system, kind of. It's almost like FGO servant coins and grails like kind of combined together. It's really fucking weird. I'm not gonna lie. Like I actually don't really know how I feel about it. Like I want to like it because this is something that I've been asking for like since like 2 years ago in Genshin. Because like I've always thought that giving players the ability to get like some of their characters, obviously not all of them, but like some of their characters to like higher than usual like character level is always a good thing, because gacha games are all about the characters and everyone's got their favorite character and stuff like that. Even if you only play Genshin for meta, you'll probably still have a favorite somewhere, even if you don't care for the character itself. You'll like some of them just because of just because they're really strong, right? So, like no matter your motivation, no matter why you like a character, the ability to get that character higher level than the rest of your roster is always a nice thing to have. But like, ideally it should be free so that anyone can do it. I think at this point, what Mihoyo, the only realistic thing, and I say realistic, but it's probably not going to happen anyway. The only thing that I can kind of sort of see happening at this point, because it seems like obviously this system is set in stone and ain't nobody going to be able to change it now. The only thing that I can see Mihoyo kind of doing is like throwing players a bone and just gifting everyone like 2 of those like masterless Stella item thingies, so that way everybody, right, can at least get 1 character of their choice to level 100. It's like at that point, okay, fine, maybe that's fair. And if you want to get more characters to level 100, then pay up, I guess. But even then, I don't know if that would be a good enough, like, I don't know, compensation. It's not really compensation per se, but wonder why they make a sequel event on their anniversary on September 28th. Why they make a sequel event on their anniversary on September 20th. I don't really know what you mean by that. Yo, Dandelo, welcome back. Oh, excuse me. What do you think about the level 100 thing? I mean, I spent the last like 30 minutes talking about it, Kara. Basically, to summarize what I was talking about, I like the fact that they added a mechanic. Can you even call this a mechanic? I guess so. I like that they added a mechanic to let players limit break a character to level 100. I think that's cool. I've been asking for a mechanic like this since like 2 years ago. I mean, if I'm going to go so far to say this, but I would go so far as to say that, I predicted this, that Genshin was going to get something like this eventually. Is that it was just only a matter of time, basically. And, lo and behold, they finally added this. but I'm not happy at all with how they implemented it. They could have done this much better. Because as it is, like, I don't even care about the whole, like, the potential pay-to-win aspect of it. I don't care that, oh, like, you know, characters you get to level 100 don't even gain that many more stats, or they don't really perform that much better than characters who stay at level 90. Like, I don't give a shit about any of that. What I give a shit about mainly is the fact that most people who play Genshin, a lot of people who play Genshin, maybe not most, but there are plenty of Genshin players out there who will quite literally never be able to use this mechanic, or they'll never be able to use this feature, because it relies on people having a fucking C6 copy of a 5-star fucking character, and they need to roll more copies beyond C6. And like, bruh, how, like, unless you're in like a situation like Aaron Liu from my Twitch chat earlier, where like you just freakishly, for some reason, for some godforsaken reason, you just happen to have like a fucking C6 Mona or something, right? You keep losing coin flips to the same one permanent character over and over and over and over, right? Because like Aaron Liu from Twitch chat said that he has like a C8 gene, which means that, yeah, turns out he can actually use that too, even though he hasn't really spent that much money on Genshin. But like, how often is that situation gonna show up, right? How many people are in that sort of situation? I would hazard a guess that it's not many, right? Not a lot of people out there are in a situation quite like that. Especially the less time you've been playing Genshin for, it's like, yeah, you're not gonna be able to use this feature. So it's like, what? It's like Genshin devs are trying to talk about how they're trying to be new player friendlier to newer players, and they fucking roll this shit out. Like, they can go fuck themselves. Like, who the fuck is gonna look at this and be like, oh yeah, that's really new player friendly? Like, what the fuck? Alright. Fucking out of touch, I guess. Or if they're not, if they're out of touch with us Western players at the very least. It's probably not going to be that big of a deal, to be honest. Somebody in my Twitch chat already told me that apparently calculations have already been done, and even at level 100, characters are only ever going to perform like maybe at best 10% better. Which, if that's like the highest amount of performance bonus that characters get, then I guess from a gameplay perspective, I guess it's not that big of a deal. But still, it's like, again, I don't care about the gameplay ramifications. I don't care about, you know, I don't even care that I'm, like, going to benefit really, really hard from this. I don't give a shit about myself, at least not in this situation. I care mainly about, you know, is this a feature that everyone can use? If not, then why the fuck did they even include it in the first place? Like, fucking C6, the whole C6 system is already bad enough. Like, why the fuck did they add another layer of rewards on top of that? It's like, holy fucking shit, man. It's like how much money is Hoyo sinking into their fucking nuclear reactor or some shit? Is Xi Jinping like fucking pointing a gun at their head saying that they gotta put in more money into that fucking stupid ass nuclear reactor? Or something like that? Like, holy fuck, man, what's going on? You're referring to oh yeah, I know Styx. Yeah, he's one of those guys. I don't think Styx is a rat, but I've seen the way he does some of his I've seen the way he does his content, and yeah, I can't say I'm exactly a fan. Will Traveler go to 100 by story progression like MASH and FGO, or they make us waste 2 grails on it? I don't fucking know. That's a good question, actually. Didn't they actually show them using the fucking items on Traveler? So just because of that, I'm inclined to assume, I would assume that you have to fucking use those items on Traveler to get their ass to level 100. You don't know? DG Cat says the base damage from 90 to 100 of the reactions are 40% higher? What the fuck was Rokorinta on about then when he said that, oh yeah, EM reactions are only going to be 10% higher? The fuck was he on about then? Okay, well, assuming that characters are going to get 40% stronger, then that's kind of a fucking big deal. The fuck? I thought it was just 10%. If it's only 10%, then yeah, whatever. Like, okay, from a gameplay perspective, it's like, whatever, I don't give a shit. But 40? Who even uses Traveler? I'm sure some people do. I mean, fucking DMC is still legit good. Styx is a compulsive liar. He worships people like Tectone. Oh, maybe he is a fucking rat then. I don't know. If we browse through Styx's YouTube channel, you bet you think we'll find some Wuwa is better than Genshin videos or something? %, stat improvement, reactions are a completely different spectrum. I mean, that's true, but like, considering Genshin Impact is a game that's based on reactions, it's like 40% increase to your reaction damage is like hello? So, never mind, I guess. I guess going from 90 to 100 is a big fucking deal. Meh. I don't know if I should even be wasting time going on about that though, because I don't even bother going for the fucking weapon skins anyway. Even with level 100 characters, I probably still won't even bother trying to go for the weapon skins in Stygian Onslaught anyway, because, you know, I can't be bothered, but... It's like, technically, that even that high of an increase in reaction damage shouldn't really be that big of a deal, because, like, do you really need that? If you're already able to clear, like, you know, Spiral Abyss and Theater, it's like, no, technically not, unless they also make, every single piece of endgame content in Genshin harder in order to compensate for level 100 characters. That would be a problem. But assuming they don't do that, then yeah, technically it's not like, it's like kind of whatever. But even still, it's like, I don't know, man. Yeah, exactly. It won't be an issue unless they start scaling endgame specifically for level 100 characters. As long as they don't do that, I guess at the end of the day, it's like it's like whatever. It's like yeah, you know, kind of wish this whole shit turned out a bit differently. But if it's not gonna, if it's just gonna stay at that, right? And they don't make endgame content any harder than it is, or any worse than it is now, it's like, yeah, whatever. I guess we can deal with it, but... Devil May Cry Traveler. Imagine, Ether dressed up as Dante, and then Lumen dressed up as Virgil. Free to play shouldn't even have to worry about it. Yeah, but you know how they're gonna react. I'm sure plenty of Western players are already freaking the fuck out about this shit anyway. And like, can you fucking blame them? Do you know a website that gives out weird builds for characters that might work? There should be a website like that. I don't think it's Enkonomiya, because Enkonomiya is just a character, like a user database, where you just punch into somebody's UID and then it just brings up whoever with all the characters that they have on display on their account. But there should be another account, another website, because I've heard of websites like that where they just give you like random fuck ass builds for you to try for different characters. I forget what it's called though. You're gonna have to rely on chat to tell you what it is. What's your thoughts on the free constellation campaign thing? I guess we can move on from the level 100 cap thingy. I think we've already talked about that enough. So yeah, let's talk about the free constellation thing. So apparently you can get a free constellation every like 4 times a year. So like what, once every 3 months or so. I mean, technically speaking, it is a straight upgrade. I do kind of wish that they just let you just fucking pick a whole new character though. I don't know. I can see, obviously I understand why Mihoyo doesn't want to do that. Because, you know, they want people to actually fucking roll for new characters. But, I think that a good compromise would have been either you can either like save up those items, right? The items that allow you to redeem a free constellation for a character you already own, or you can save up those items, right? You can save up those items, save up all 4 of them, and once you get 4 of them, the game just lets you straight up just pick a limited character that you don't have yet. Like, you just don't even own, but because you waited and, you know, were patient and you collected all 4 of them throughout a year, right? The game's like, okay, well, if you saved them all, then here you go. You have a fucking free character of your choice. Like, no questions asked. I think that if they had added that as a potential, like a potential option, I think people would like that a lot more. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I think that's relatively fair. Like, I don't know exactly how fair it is, but I think most people would be totally fine, especially with how long Genshin's been going on so far, right? Genshin's like 5 years old this year. I think most players at this point would be relatively okay with, like, oh yeah, you wait a year, you can pick any limited character of your choice, even ones you don't even have. And it's like, even for people who already have, you know, theoretically have all the characters in the game, it's like, well, I mean, you don't have to do that, obviously, because you already have everybody. So you can just use the items individually just to get another constellation for a character of your choice that you already have, because you already have all of them, right? I feel like that would have been nice. Like, again, I understand that I understand why Mihoyo didn't want to do that, because obviously they'll be losing out on money. But that would have been nice at least. But like, it's certainly better than nothing at the very least. I can tell you that much. Because at least here with the whole free constellation thing, if you weren't here for my discussion on like my problems with the whole level 100 cap in Genshin, was your name James? Yeah, James Liu. I mentioned that my biggest problem with the whole level 100 cap is that it's a feature that most players won't be able to use at all, because just because of how paywall-y it is, right? Just because of how restrictive it is to even be able to use in the first place. With the free constellation one, that I'm not as mad about. I'm not as triggered about that. Because even for free-to-play players, as long as they've been playing for long enough, they probably have like a couple of, you know, limited 5-star characters, right? Obviously not all of them, or even like a lot of them, but they'll probably have a few, right? Give or take. So at least they'll be able to use it. Maybe, or, you know, assuming that these items just stay on your account forever. I certainly hope they do. Yeah, assuming that these items you can just keep forever, you just use them whenever you want, then yeah, sure. Even free-to-play players can use these items, because all they need to do, if they want to use this item on like a character they really like, they just need to wait for a character that, you know, that character, if they don't have them yet, roll them, and then once they get them, it's like, okay, cool, I got the character now. If I want to take them to C6, I can just use 2 of these items that I already have saved up. Boom. All right, good to go, right? So it's still you know an overall dub, overall W. I just wish that it went a little bit further, you know, like my suggestion from earlier. You know, you can choose if you want to choose to just save up 4 of those items and just sit on them until you have 4, right? The game's like, okay, you know, since you waited this long, right? We'll let you combine them together to make this, you know, brand new like super premium item that allows you to pick any limited character of your choice for completely free, anyone that you don't have. Like, I think that's fair. Again, I don't know about you guys, but I think it is. So. U-code from Genshin has 60 primos. Oh, let me test it out then. If you don't mind. Count, redeem. Code went through. Yes, sir. That's 60 primos. Hey, appreciate it, Master Jakari. Thanks for the PSA. I'll also post it into YouTube chat for people to use that code. Don't mind at all. Thank you, good sir. Gentleman and a scholar. But yeah, James Liu. Those are my thoughts. You find it disingenuous for not including Kazuha, Yelan, and Alhaitham on the list? What list? Also, questionnaire on GFL2, 200 gems. Oh, hopefully I remember to do that then. You can't use multiple of those items on the same character? Well, that's fucking stupid. Why the fuck not? Well, don't answer. That's a rhetorical question. I know now that I think about it. Yeah, it's obvious why the fuck not. Because they want you to roll more characters. Damn it. Okay, well that part of the whole that part is actual fucking bullshit. So maybe not a 100% dub. Maybe like an 80% or 75% W. It's one free con for that roster. Oh shit! It's only for a limited pool of characters too. That's even worse. Okay, the W is down to 60% now. Can we even call that a W at this point? Can't blame them for complaining, but think it's useless. I mean, that sort of mentality is what allows companies to get away with this shit. The problem is that, yes, unfortunately, you're right, because we're talking about Westerners complaining about a Chinese game. So, you're right. All their bitching is not gonna do shit, but. It's on the Genshin site. They released the list of available characters for that you can use those free constellations for. No Archons. Yeah, that fucking sucks dick then. Okay, well, this ain't the dub anymore. Yeah. I suppose that's on me for thinking that this was too good to be true. Or part of this is my fault for fucking thinking that, you know, that the whole free constellation item thing was like even that good to begin with. So perhaps I put too much faith into MiHoYo. Yeah, no Kazuha, Yelan, or Alhaitham? Like, maybe for Kazuha and Yelan I can kind of understand because those two characters are fucking busted, but Alhaitham too? What the fuck did he do? I mean, Alhaitham's a great Dendro GPS, don't get me wrong, but like, I don't think Alhaitham is on the same level as, say, fucking Kazuha or Yelan. It's like, Alhaitham's all off the list, but you can get a free constellation for fucking Arlecchino? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, in what universe does that fucking make sense?
あっちゃベランダの花が
Like, are you fucking serious?
毎日水やりしてるのにもしかして逆にやりすぎ
You heard Styx said something positive about NTE, but Hota fans remembered how he shits on TOF. Oh, if he shit on TOF, then yeah, then yeah. I can understand them remembering that, but yeah. If I mean, given Styx's content style, yeah, I wouldn't put it past him that he was only quote unquote praising NTE because he thinks that NTE will be a much more popular game, and so he's gonna try to make content off it to benefit from it or to take advantage of it. So. Check the list. Give your thoughts. Well, I mean, the fact that it doesn't include every character in the game is already fucking triggering enough. Chinese players should be louder about it. The problem is that they don't see a problem with it, so they're not gonna complain about it. Almost tempted you to install Genshin again. You if you're not playing Genshin and you're not already motivated to play Genshin, you shouldn't reinstall Genshin until they at least put in a fucking skip button for their stories. Like not a moment sooner, in my opinion. You like the generosity in Zenless more? Yeah, naturally. Yeah, Zenless was always going to be a more generous game than Genshin. It's not that hard to be. Yeah. Just hope Star Rail or Zenless would adopt this feature. Doesn't Star Rail have some version of this? Well, no, not really. I'm thinking of the item that they made during our 2nd anniversary, or like you can exchange it for like a character in shop or something. But yeah, maybe they should add this feature to like Star Rail or Zenless, because at least in those games, there's a good chance that they'll make it better. So yeah, perhaps so. Hey, student, welcome back. What are my thoughts on the live stream? We've been talking about it, or I've been discussing it for like the past like hour or so. I talked about the level 100 cap. I think we're just about done talking about the free constellation system. TLDR, I like the idea of the whole uncapping characters to 100 because it was something that I've been asking for the last 2 years. However, I fucking hate how it's implemented. Mainly because it's going to be a feature that most Genshin players just simply aren't going to be able to use, even if they want to. And for the free constellation, on paper it's nice, but in practice, where you can't use it just on any character you want, and you can only use that like free constellation thing once per character, that shit is fucking shitty. That shit is lame. Styx is a compulsive liar too. Well, that's even fucking worse. Fucking rat. Styx is a meme lord. Yeah, but kind of like Tectone. How far are you willing to take a fucking meme to the point where you're a fucking annoying ass little piece of shit about it? you have your thoughts on the Hoyo game? Apparently it's an auto battle, like an auto chess game. I'm not very interested in that, sorry. Like, Girls Frontline Neural Cloud was an auto chess gacha, and I didn't, like, when I saw gameplay for it, I wasn't really that interested, so. Same deal here, I probably won't play, Nexus Anima, whatever the fuck that game's called. I mean, I guess it's cute that they're making a new game, but like, like I'm already playing 3 different fucking Hoyo games, and I already have like a fucking whole ass backlog of like future gacha games I'm already interested in playing. So I think I'll skip out on what is it, Nexus Anima or whatever the fuck it's called. Hey Madal, welcome back. Imagine playing Hoyo slot and complaining about their games. You know you know what they make, and so why do people complain? That's when we all know that's how they operate. I don't know if you're talking about me in particular, or just you're talking about just like, you know, the Western Genshin player base in general. I'm assuming you're talking about like just Western Genshin players in general. It's because they don't. It's because they don't. they don't realize this is how they this is how they behave, or this is how they operate. Remember, Western social media users are fucking retarded. They have a memory of a fucking goldfish. They have an attention span of a fucking, you know, of a fucking newborn child, right? They only react to whatever's like literally placed right in front of them on their fucking Twitter timeline feeds. But in their defense, like in this case, some of these things that they're bitching about, like they're not wrong. I'm bitching about them too, or at least certain aspects of them. So, like I take things on a case-by-case basis. Like, I mean, you could say the same thing about Hoyotards themselves. Like, why do people bitch about Hoyotards or, you know, fans of Hoyo games on Twitter when you know that's how they're gonna behave, and yet why do people always get pissed off at them? You know, same fucking thing. Just a general audience. Yeah, like I get where you're coming from. I know you're annoyed by them, but in this case, because again, I like to take things on a case-by-case basis. I try not to generalize, but, you know, at the same time, you know, I call any woo-a dicksucker a fucking rat, so I'm not exactly, you know, blameless in that department either. But, I try to take things on a case-by-case basis as much as I can, and in this case, at least some of their complaints are at least somewhat justified, even if they're complaining about them for the wrong reasons. But that's just how they're gonna be. Oh, that, and remember that a lot of people who complain about Genshin don't even play the game to begin with. So keep that in mind. Like, all those people who were like trying to boycott Genshin last year, some fucking retarded shit like that. I bet you a lot of those people who were trying to boycott the game weren't even playing the fucking game to begin with. So, you know, try your best to ignore them. A lot of them are just, you know, chronically online Twitter, fucking retarded Twitter people. It would be my 4th Hoyo game? Yeah, imagine. Alright, Jane and Alice viable at M0? Yeah, definitely, Bubba. All of my limited characters on my Zenless account are M0. They do just fine. Boycotting Genshin, good fucking luck. Yeah. They didn't have that time. Hey, UI, what's going on, man? Any more Hoyo games, you gotta be sponsored for sure. I mean, fuck, I would love for them to sponsor. I would love for Hoyo to sponsor me to play one of their dog shit games. Problem is, they probably won't. Managed to get Augusta, so now you're going after her weapon. Hey, nice. Same here. Apparently, Trump's tariffs are getting fucking curb stomped. Probably for the best, yeah. Like maybe Trump's like the idea behind the tariffs were okay in theory, but yeah, the way that they're being put, the way he's trying to get them like implemented is fucking dog shit. Fucking retard who calls himself a president thinks that he can just walk into a fucking room and be like and give a whole damn speech about, you know, America this, America that, and that fucking retarded ass voice of his. That fucking demented, delusional fucking voice of his. And be like, oh, just come out with he closes his eyes, come out with a fucking random ass number and put that on a fucking like a fucking, you know, poster board and, you know, show it in front of a couple cameras. Hey, this is our tariffs, guys. Fucking stupid ass retard. Hey, George Chan, how's it going, man? What'd you miss? Not much. Well, I say not much, but I spent the last hour discussing a couple of things that we learned from the Genshin stream earlier today. Think he's slowly dying. Well, I mean, I don't know if people already realize, but Trump has like a form of dementia. Was it dementia or it was something else? Like Trump, ever since like after his first term, like during his first term he was all right. He wasn't like a fucking lost cause, but Trump 2, now there's a part of him that's fucking delusional. Like either demented or delusional. I forget what the exact medical term that most fits his condition is, but he's not right in the head anymore. He said that fucking Hillary Clinton should not be running for president because she's too old. Well, I mean, fuck, bro. Does he ever look in a fucking mirror? It's almost as if he's one of those people I call rats. Dementia is what the oh, Biden? Maybe. Maybe Trump is delusional then. Either way, dude should not be our president. Like, I'm not saying Kamala Harris would have been much better, but shit, man. Trump was an idiot, at least for the first... Well, he might have been an idiot, but at least for his first term, he at least had the fucking brain cells to, like, actually get, like, a somewhat decent team together. Like his trade rep, the guy he hired as his trade rep was a guy by the name of, what? Robert Lighthizer? I forget his first name, but his last name is Lighthizer. That dude knows what he's fucking doing when it comes to trade, because he's been doing that shit since Reagan. Like Lighthizer should have been part of the Trump 2 team, but either he declined or Trump didn't want him back. Either or. Either way, just knowing what I know, what's going on in our American government right now, I don't think even having even Lighthizer as part of his cabinet during his second term would have really changed much either. Just got back from an anime convention, a lot of Hoyo cosplayers and no Wuwa cosplayers. I mean, yeah, to be expected. That's not even me trying to, you know, throw shade at Wuwa. It's just Hoyo is just a lot more of a household name, yeah. It's like Wuwa players think that Wuthering Waves is all popular and shit. Nah, not really. It also depends on what kind of convention you're going to as well. I assume, actually, Seth Kib, did you attend Anime NYC? Because I think Anime NYC was like over the weekend, right? Or maybe you went to like a smaller one, like a more local, smaller anime con. I don't know. Either way, though, like the smaller a con is, the more likely, the less likely you'll find, what is it, Wuwa cosplayers. Everyone knows what Genshin is, but Wuwa never really captured the normie market like Genshin did. So you went to Matsuri-con? Oh, okay. I think I recognize the name. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it's hosted though. Matsuri-con must have started like today then, because today's Friday, right? Small local. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, if it's a small local, yeah, I guess you're just back for the night, and you'll probably go back tomorrow or something, because yeah, started the weekend. Aren't Hoyo outfits for characters a little more practical? I mean, yeah, maybe, but like, if you like a character enough, like you'll go out of your way to make an outfit, you know. I don't think Wuwa character outfits are that much more complicated than like Genshin characters, you know. Maybe some of them are, but. No bang boo for Obol Squad. Oh, Bubba, we'll get one in next patch. We should be getting a an Obol Squad bang boo with Seed and Orpheus. The reason why we didn't get one with Sambi and Trigger is because Sambi technically isn't part of Obol Squad. Like she's part of a different squad technically, but Trigger is Obol. Soldier 11 is Obol. It's just that Trigger like released by herself in terms of like, you know, the Obol Squad team members. But this patch, this next upcoming patch, will have both Orpheus and Seed coming out together, and they're both part of Obol, so they're getting their Banebue now. Sorry to, yeah, that makes sense. Also, more pre-made cosplay. Yeah, that's true. More materials available for designing and making Hoyo cosplays. Been around for longer, yeah, makes sense. You really have to look for you really have to look around for Wuwa cosplays, yeah. It's unfortunate, but it's just how it is, I guess. Are you the only one not tripping about the level 100 cap in Genshin? Technically speaking, we shouldn't be, but I'm still kind of triggered by it just because it's a system that most players won't be able to use in the first place. So it's like, at that point, why even bother with that, right? Seeing a lot of people on Twitter angry about it. I mean, they should be, because chances are they're the exact kind of players who can't even use it in the first place. You know, and that shit fucking sucks. Like, even if it doesn't really make that much of a difference, it's like, well, I mean, it's not really about the gameplay. It's just the whole concept of you being able to use it in the first place. So, like, honestly, I'm almost on their side about it. Maybe the reasons why they don't like it might be a bit faulty, but, like, this is one of those rare situations where Hoyo tards complaining about the level 100 cap is actually something that I don't mind them complaining about. Because, like, I'm right there with them. Maybe add it to the 4S. What do you mean by 4S? Lots of Hoyo merch and cosplayers, even more Zenless representation than Wuwa. Is Zenless more popular than Wuwa? Online, it feels roughly the same, but remember, Zenless is a Hoyo game, so it's more recognizable. Level 100 stuff sounds like day one player exclusive or like for like whales. Yeah, exactly. Like if they had made it attached to like an item that you could only get by completing story or something, or like completing limited time events, and then I don't think as many people would be complaining about it for sure. But yeah, they just had to attach it to some fucking dumbass mechanic of, oh, you have to roll 7 copies of a character first, and then you can get this item, which is just fucking stupid. Zanny's probably the easiest to cosplay. Yeah, probably. Her or maybe Yuenwu. Just, you know, pull up in a an open shirt like suit or a vest or something, and have like a fedora, and you're good to go. You know, grow out your facial hair a bit. Technically 9 copies total, yeah, which is fucking ludicrous. 4-star characters, you already had C6. I mean, if they did that, then that'd be amazing, but yeah, I don't think they would ever do that. Or maybe they gave you like half a master list thingy, I don't know. But yeah, if they made it so that 4-star characters also gave you like at least parts of that master list Stella item thingy, then yeah, sure, I guess it would be a lot more fair. Because yeah, chances are, who is it? Free-to-play players have rolled more than 7 copies of a 4-star character at the very least. Yeah, if they also let like extra copies of 4-stars count, then yeah, definitely it would be a lot more fair. Would it be enough to like make people not bitch about it? That I don't know, but. Copium, though, yeah, like obviously they're not gonna do that, but would have been nice if they did. WoW is just loud in social media, but not popular. Yeah, exactly, because Genshin did what no other gacha game has been able to do since, which is capture the normie market. Like normies know about Genshin Impact. That's why there are so many fucking cosplayers out there. Or that's why so many people cosplay Genshin. Because, surprise, surprise, people who actually play gacha games don't typically, fucking run around and cosplay themselves. Typically. There are exceptions, of course. But, yeah, the most important reason is that WoW didn't go I mean, technically WoW was mainstream, but the normies don't really know much about WoW. They know Genshin Impact a lot more. Hoyo has S-tier market. Yeah, they got the best marketing in the business, yeah. The main reason why Hoyo is the biggest gacha company in the world. Is the Genshin thing just servant coins for leveling 100 and 120 again? Kind of. It's like, as I think I said earlier, that the level 100 Genshin thing is like basically if you took FGO's grails and servant coins and like kind of like put them in a blender and fucking hit the blend button. But then you get all the you get all the worst shit, all the bad shit from both things, and you put them together. That's the level 100 thing. Kind of. Hey yo, Finkel. Welcome back. Played Horizon Walker on Steam for 2 hours. A lot smoother than your S24 Ultra. Hey, that's good. Normies don't usually have like super high-end PCs. That's true, yeah. And Genshin is at least optimized to play, decently on lower devices, I think. Whereas, last year when WoW first came out, yeah, people could hardly fucking play that shit on their mobile devices. So, Anyways, was there anything else about the stream that we needed to talk about? I guess I'll let you guys bring up stuff that I can't remember. In the meantime, I will get this done. So yeah, I got to do the tutorial thing first. This is just a rhythm game, right? Should be. ASD GKL. Okay. New Zenless short films out about what? The Obel Squad or something? let's see. Oh, I have to keep doing this shit? Okay. Don't know why I failed that, but okay. Oh, it's because I didn't hold it down. Yeah, I probably didn't hold it down. Hey, Masamune, welcome back. So bad. Well, I mean, my forte isn't exactly what is it? Rhythm games, so. TOF is back to its official publisher, PWG. Everything is smooth now, even better than during its Tencent time. Oh, TOF went from PWG, whatever that company was, to Tencent, and now it's back to PWG. Huh, that's kind of interesting. Wonder what happened there. Oh, shit. Trigger isn't good for Aftershock anymore. Well, she's a stunner, so I don't know how much damage she'll be doing. but she's not really supposed to do damage. I mean, she's a stunner, so her job is to daze people, or her job is to kind of stun people. How do you feel about lunar bloom reactions? Do you feel like it's healthy for the game to add Toonie reactions so quickly? Technically they're not new. They're just like beefed up versions of already existing reactions. So I don't see lunar charge or lunar bloom, I think they're called, in the same way that I would look at like Denjo reactions. The lunar reactions just build off of already pre-existing reactions. So it's not like they're completely new. They may have some like unique interactions, I think. Which if you're worried about those, then sure, that's fair, or that's a fair concern to have. But my opinion is that I don't worry about those, or I don't worry about these. I don't worry about MiHoYo adding like the fucking lunar charge or lunar bloom reactions, because again they're just offshoots of already existing reactions. Maybe they're stronger, so you might look at that and be like, oh, they're power creeping older reactions or whatever. But for now, I don't really see that big of a deal with that. But then again, the main thing I don't like is that you have to have certain characters in order to trigger the lunar reactions. Technically, this isn't really like this is nothing new technically, because remember we've always had Nilo in the game, and Nilo always kind of had her own unique reaction with Super Bloom, right? So it's not something we've never seen before, but even still, it's like kind of wish that those reactions were things that like just regular characters could do, but. It is what it is, I guess. Hey, lady, welcome back. What'd you miss? Like an hour and a half of me ranting about a couple of things that we saw from the Genshin stream earlier today. Pridwin has trigger on stun set and astral voice. Astral voice is the best support set in the game, I think, at least for now. Does Pridwin say that technically that's her best overall set? Because my trigger's still on the 4-piece like aftershock set. And like 2-piece like woodpecker, because 90% crit. But I would assume that Pridwin has trigger on stun set plus astral voice to make her just full blown support. That makes sense if you just want to throw your hands up in the air and be like, yeah, fuck her 90% shit, 90% crit shit. Just because you're not gonna get her to anywhere near that point to begin with, so you're just like, yeah, fuck that shit. Just gonna make it turn into a fucking full blown ass support instead. Hey yo, Blazing, thanks so much for the 2 gifted subs, man. Appreciate it. Shout outs to you, man. Hope you're enjoying your Friday night. Did I yap about the level 100 cap? Yes, I did. TLDR, I like that they implemented it because it was something that like limit breaking character level to like 100 or something was something that I've been asking for the devs in Genshin to do for the past 2 years. But the way they implemented it, I don't like at all. Like I don't want to go out here and be like I fucking hate it or anything, but the way they did it fucking sucks. Main reason why is because it's kind of paywall-y. That means that most people who play Genshin, or a lot of Genshin players out there who don't like fucking absolutely wail on the game, will never be able to use the whole fucking level 100 system to begin with. So it'll end up turning into a very exclusive feature that only a couple players will use, and everyone else can go suck a dick or something. And obviously I don't like that. But that's a TLDR. Classic Hoyo, good ideas, bad execution. It's not even bad execution. It's more like good ideas and then corporate meddling. It's like, we gotta pump those numbers up, boys. Finally, 3.0 Genshin. Fuck you, fuck you, free you from the pain. I did warn you, Banana. It was gonna be painful, man. I did warn you. The rats are unfortunately eating good today. They may be, but remember, their numbers pale in comparison to the number of Genshin players, so they can hold that L. Somebody should go into St. Thomas's chat and kindly remind him that there are far more Genshin players than WoWo players. See how he handles that information. And besides, it's we gotta criticize things that Genshin does badly too. Yes, it sucks knowing that the rats will just have a fucking field day out of this, but again, don't let them ruin the game for you. At the end of the day, all they can do is just bitch and moan about how, Wuthering Waves will always be inferior to Genshin Impact. Cool. Reminds you of what Steve Jobs said, where software engineers don't get promoted as much as corporate/marketing units. Yeah, man, that's a damn fucking shame. Devs wanted to give it to every character, but then Corpo said no. Yeah, I can believe that. Because, like, the developers themselves most likely play the game themselves. Corporate people probably don't. I mean, to a certain extent, you can't really blame them because their job is to, like, kind of make sure that, you know, the games try to make as much money as possible, but people are already yapping at how they're going to balance around the level 100. I mean, to be fair, they could, right? We don't know yet. I hope they don't. They probably won't, but, you know. Well, we shall see, basically. Because, yeah, all the fucking yapping that people are doing about how... all the dooming that people are doing about the level 100 thing is like, yeah, as long as they don't balance around the fact that your character's a level 100, that's fine. Because that means that level... you know, getting your character's level 100 is just purely optional. As long as they keep the game's difficulty how it is, and they don't introduce more shit on top of that, it's like, okay, yeah. I mean, there's at the end of the day, people will just bitch about it, and, you know, eventually, like everything else they've bitched about before, they'll just move on eventually. But we'll see. Don't know for now. The rats, the Wuwo rats don't talk about how signature weapons are basically required for each character now. I mean, I would argue signature weapons were always required for every single limited character, man. Maybe the earlier ones didn't really need them as much. Like, to be fair, I think my Shang Li Yao does, like, my Shang Li Yao doesn't even have a signature, and he's still doing pretty well. But yeah, newer characters these days, they certainly depend on their signatures a lot more than, you know, what they used to. You can probably thank Tencent for that. In your opinion, you highly doubt they'll start balancing the game around level 100? Well, not the entire game, just endgame. But unless you meant just endgame too. But again, you never know. Saw them complain about free cons, but you know you're gonna get yourself a C1 hotel. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still a nice addition. I just kind of wish, you know, it were better. But, you know, take what you can get, I suppose. They probably won't. Yeah, I mean, I'm on the side of, yeah, they probably won't do it, but, you know, again, you can never be too sure. Wish they just used the FGO Grail system. Yeah. But too late for that now, I suppose. One per character limit is bullshit. Yeah, that is fucking bullshit. That, and you can't just give a free constellation to any character you want. It's like, oh, no Archons. Like, gee, I wonder why you don't let us use them on Archons for some reason. Is it possibly because you want us to spend more money on them? Gee, I don't know. Could it be? Get a Dulcim rating on current albums music score at any difficulty. So what? Just these, I guess. Okay. That was fun to know. Llamas first. Big titty Danger ladies first. Holy fuck! This is actually a pretty difficult song. What the fuck? Did I put it on the wrong difficulty or something? Press random buttons, go! Like, the beginning was all chill and stuff, but then it's like, oh god! Ah! Not even gonna bother. This is for Guitar Hero players. I mean, people who are good at rhythm games, I'm sure they can do that. I don't care for rhythm games, so I can do like easy stuff. But as soon as I get like any like fucking remotely difficult or remotely complicated like strings of notes, it's like, what am I doing? Man, do they really want us to fucking clear all that shit? And they fucking locked a what is it? They locked a 60 primo reward behind this shit? Unless I'm looking at the wrong thing. Let's see, album list. Yeah, maybe not these, but maybe these. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, they're only 7 there are only 7 songs here. So why did it say 0 out of 8? Beats BPM 130. Well, shit. Okay, here are the different difficulty ratings. Let's try pro. Let's see if I get my ass kicked like the last time. Okay, this seems more manageable. Knock on wood. It's like doable, but well, at least I got dual sim, so that's all I care about. I think it's like barely doable. I kind of wonder what the accuracy rating of the dual sim rating even is. Maybe like 80%. Got a BRB, okay. The scant is... Oh, I guess that's what you get. That's what you get for getting 90+%. Yeah, the scant is... Hoyo seemed really determined to keep skip button out of Genshin. Well, yeah, because they don't have to. Remember, the dev teams behind Genshin and Star Rail are different. Just because Star Rail gets a skip button doesn't mean Genshin's gonna get one. Like, it increases the chances of Genshin eventually getting a skip button too, but it's not a guarantee. That's if you didn't understand that yet, like, the sooner you get that, the better. For your own sanity's sake. Like, you shouldn't be holding your breath for Genshin getting a skip button anytime soon. They also said they'll be expanding the list later, so there's that. That's such a dumb fucking decision, though. It's like, what? Why do we need to wait until later to for the list to expand? Like, that makes no fucking sense. Outside of we want more money. Again, shit's dev team has been dog shit for a long time. You can blame whoever is in charge of the dev team, whoever the director is. The individual developers themselves are just doing their job. So you gotta blame whoever's in charge. So, in other words, the director. Oh god. Press random buttons, go! If Hoyo's doing their usual thing, Genshin has to die down significantly. Well, the problem is that Genshin has such a generational launch that like, yeah, sure, eventually Genshin will die down, but like, when will that day come? You know? Don't think they'll buff Abyss because they still want light spenders and free to plays to have a reason to pull C6 characters. Yeah, maybe, but again, who knows? Prime gameplay. Yep, welcome to Genshin. Huh. Surprisingly, I still got a Discantus rating for that. Kind of wonder why. Yeah. Sixth song. These songs are are long as fuck. They tell you the duration up top. Some of these songs are like about 2 minutes long. I've done like these rhythm games that have gone on for like 3 or 4 minutes long before, but you know, that's not really saying much. Wanted to see if its counterpart to 120 Grail system would benefit the competitive whales. What, the 100 level cap in Genshin? Well, obviously it will. No doubt about it. Okay, let's see. I did 8 of the songs, so yeah, I should be able to get the 60. Alright, nice. Mission accomplished. Okay, time to go switch over to Zenless real quick. Okay. Inazuma tethers are trash. How were we, how did we accept them back then? Oh, because Inazuma was new. And everyone was hyped for Inazuma's release, so, you know, easy pass. Inazuma was real good, but it had so many problems with exploration back then. Did it? I still remember going through Inazuma. I don't remember having a problem necessarily. I think the only really annoying part was when before you cleared the thunderstorms down in I forget which island it was, but on like the third or fourth island, that and the chasm area where like it's the place where Raiden or either Raiden Shogun or A or somebody, whichever one it was, like cut through the fucking island. So there's like a big ass chasm, like that goes like straight down like the western side of the island or something like that. The water there is poisoned. It's either poisoned or polluted or something. So it was really annoying when you had to traverse there, because what if you get knocked into the water? Well, you're kind of fucked. Didn't age well? Maybe not. Especially not after you've played Wuwa, that's for sure. What reset again? Was it Shiyu defense? I think it was Shiyu defense. Actually, did I even do my Hollow Zero run? No, I did not. I go ahead and do that still. Figured I didn't do it yet. Wait a minute, hold up. This is an anomaly, right? Maybe don't take that. You're so tempted because you get nervous because of all the money you spent. Technically speaking, even if you mod your game, from what I understand, you shouldn't have to worry about it, because how mods work is that they only change what your own personal client sees. MiHoYo and the servers will never know that, should never know that you're using mods at all, because the mods are purely client side. Like, there are mods that actually do change stuff on the server side, and those mods you want to avoid, because they will know about it. But like just cosmetic mods that just put like skins or some shit like that over your characters, or just like how your game looks, like technically speaking, MiHoYo or other gacha companies don't really give a shit. Technically. there have been reports that, oh, you know, people have somehow gotten detected using mods and stuff, but from what I've researched, it was because they were using other programs, but you know, they didn't say that. Most people who use mods know not to use other programs along with it. Also, do not mess with your game's files directly. That is a big no-no. Because at that point, the game will know that, oh, hey, wait a minute, this dude's game files are kind of tampered with. I wonder what's going on here, so don't do that. Mods definitely don't do that. From what I understand, mods are installed via a different folder, and once it gets loaded up, the mods just look for where the game is installed, and then modify the change, or they apply the mods after the game's loaded in. So, technically, you shouldn't have anything to worry about, but I get it. You don't want to take any chances, so. He's got a random Augusta on a 10 pull. Must be nice. But hey, congrats, man. Must be nice. Cosmetic mods are still against TOS no matter what anyone says. If your account gets banned, that's still on you in the end. Yeah, but as long as you're not doing anything overtly stupid, realistically, there should be no way for MiHoYo to know that they're using them. And besides, MiHoYo likely won't go after individual... The fuck? Why is Jufu just randomly attacking the practice drone? Anyways, even if MiHoYo knew, it's like... Most of the time, it's not really worth their time banning single fucking accounts. Unless it's just automated. It might be automated, actually. If it's automated, then yeah, it's not really much you can do, I guess. But as long as you don't do what I said earlier, it's like, they should never know, so. I mean, hell, there are some people who stream their accounts modded, but they're only able to do that because they hide their UIDs. So that way, anybody watching their stream can't like track down their account on like the server, and can't track down their accounts to ban it because they don't know what they don't have anything to go off of when it comes to like how to identify their account. So yeah, like as long as you don't do anything fucking dumb, mods should be fine. It's like, again, you can take the risk if you want, but like, again, as long as you don't do anything fucking stupid, you shouldn't have to worry about them in the first place. Yeah, just don't show your UID anywhere, and yeah, don't and like, don't go around telling everybody, oh, I use mods, Kek W. It's like, okay. It's like, keep it low-key, keep it personal, and should be good for the most part. You shouldn't really have any, shouldn't have issues. You didn't get... Oh, no, Rio, I do have them. I just don't have them on right now. League has automated bans for skins, even though it's completely client-side. Well, then the people who got banned for using client-side skins were fucking stupid. Or Genshin's giving away cons for free, which is cool, not gonna lie. The idea was good, execution was a little... There's a couple things about the whole situation where it's kind of like weird. I don't completely agree with how they implemented it, but it is what it is. Feel like the execution was poor. Yeah, they definitely could have done a better job with how they want to handle that shit. Okay, we'll take this one. more the mysterious voice events. Flynn is in phase 1, so much for the leaks. Yeah, the live stream said so. Flynn's phase 2, Llama phase 1. Let's see, I'm gonna go middle, time, and then like that. Nice, another voice event. You can run Nilo again. I don't know. People are like, oh, like we can finally use our Nilo again thanks to Llama, but like, I don't know. I've pulled out Nilo. Like, I'll admit I haven't used Nilo that much in recent times, but anytime I do pull her out, she just kind of destroys everything. Like, has she really been benched that hard? I don't know. C6 Nilo, I suppose that helps. But C6 Nilo, does C6 Nilo even do anything? Because like all C6 Nilo does is give her extra crit stats, which like I guess if you wanted to run Nilo as some sort of like weird hydro DPS and not as Super Bloom, then sure, but unless her Super Blooms like inherit like some of her crit stats, in which case yeah, then you know obviously that'll be helpful, but Like, honestly, I don't really know what C6 Nilo even does that would benefit her whole Super Bloom playstyle anyway. If I'll be honest. Pretty sure they do. I guess if they do, then yeah, that would explain why, but... Don't know why they shouldn't. If they do, then okay, that would explain why my Nilo's super blooms are fucking cracked out of their minds. Would explain a lot actually. Does this mode have a higher difficulty? What? Lost Void? You can make it more difficult, yeah. Let me show you. When you go into Task Force Investigation, you see down here where it says Ether Activity, No Activity Effects, 0 out of 15. This is the lowest difficulty. If you want to make it harder for yourself, click this green button and start checking all these green circles on the left. When you click on one, it'll put a check mark and it'll apply this, this difficulty. Yeah. You get more rewards by clearing more higher difficulty nodes or whatever. So, there is a reason to do it. But you can make it harder. Don't gotta wait for the game to do it. You can just do it yourself. It's already part of the game. Alright, I gotta use some of my fucking... Let's see, which one was I going for again? I think this one, yeah. One disc, attack, crit rate, AP. Guess I could keep that. Ether bonus. Ooh, this one's pretty good actually. Delete this. No one uses the defense sets. Hey Hannah, welcome back. You stream for another 2 hours. I don't think that long. I think at most I'll stream for another 40 minutes. Until the top of the hour. So. Got all the ones for Jufufu. Okay. Okay, let's get Shield defense done.
役を払いたくば私が助けになる。
海の音が待ちきれない。
Fire physical, fire physical. Which means Jane.
いかがですか？
And, well, not Jane. Bernice and... we have Alice now, so we can run Alice.
海に行くのだわ。え、戦い？
Actually, I kind of want to run
ひと夏にいたら
Bernice first, then Alice. And then Lightning. This is Lightning team, right? Yeah, Electric. Okay.
役を払いたくば
そろそろ本番かしら？準備完了。
アンビ、ナンバーズ、背中は任せ私がついています。出撃しましょう。
Too bad we don't have Oval Squad right now. Gonna be doing the rest of the Zenless event tomorrow, then maybe. Yeah. In case I can't finish it tonight, which I probably won't be able to. Design-wise, you really like Navia? What, graphically or gameplay-wise? I mean, Navia is a top-tier character in both respects. Well, not meta-wise, but I really like Navia personally, both gameplay and looks-wise. Electric team can stay the same. Ice physical. Ice physical? So what, Miyabi?
ニトロフューエルはいかがですか？
Oh, just design-wise, you know nothing of her gameplay. Her gameplay's pretty fun, too, though her teams are somewhat restrictive, to be fair. Zhongli trailer still one of the best? Yes, I agree. Honestly, I'm not sure if they've come out with a trailer that's even that's managed to top Zhongli's, you know, in the past like 5 years. I think Miyabi's literally our only ice anomaly character, right? I don't know. Vivian it is then.
これも夏の なめない。おっと。まいなさい。潮風が頬になでる。やっ。あーやっ。やっ。私のサプライズ受け取って。
Kaleda's best girl.
目障り。ファイトースのために強気なに思いを刻んで。バイバイ。怒んないで。離れてください。お手合わせ使うのか？アリスさん、ドレスも汚れると言ってるんです。
Alice, Vivian, use what team kicking ass? Yes, sir.
撃は今です。このため終点へと導く。いい戦術。修正。準備はしたくね。変流の修正を行います。弱点死にチャンス。追撃は今です。後期ですね。
Damn. Glad you got Alice. She's very fun to play. Yes, sir. Oh, we're back to fire physical, huh?
バイト王様のお誘いとあれば絶対力フォロー探検隊出発。海の音が待ちきれない。火力上げちゃおう。ひと夏のも一緒に潮風か。陸地なしはバイバイ。おっと渡りません。アタックチャンス。潮風が頬に触れる。ごめんそらせ。これが夏だけの剣術。逃がさないのだわ。知ってがしボディーの留守なのだ。よし、私ハッピーにしようね。真夏のサプライズ受け取って。要のアリスは無敵なのだわ。波のリズムを感じて接中勝負。相手が悪かったのでは。私が怒ると怖いの。私が火ぶたを切るよ。ジュニーズ
Can't wait for Whimpering Waste to reset because this version was straight ass. Oh, you mean the overall patch?
後期ですね。隙だらけ。今よ。チャンス。レディー。制圧陣形。エーテルサイト起動。執行。戦術に切れていい戦術。制圧するコース。変流の修正を行います。連携攻撃準備。後期ですね。弾丸は風と一つに。チャンス。絶対に引かない。甘くれた代償よ。今よ。制圧。私の歌がついてるわ。命令に従う。火力制圧速攻。嘘っかし争いに終止符を。
動を計算中。
いい戦術。
制圧陣形。連携攻撃準備。
狙撃の心情は一撃必殺。
チャンス。
敵を撃滅します。
予測開始。高い。
Trigger really likes showing off her ass and wipeout screens. Belka's Halloween skin is fucking insane. I'm trying to remember if 417 had a Halloween skin in the first game. Gonna go to 7-Eleven and go pick up a lottery ticket. Hey, you never know. Okay, final Shiu defense node. Electric. Oh, so basically Yanagi.
海の音が待ちきれない。ニトロフューエルはいかが。ひと夏の物が月城配置につきました。
This is kind of funny. This is gonna be the first Spiral Abyss in a while where I don't use either Miyabi or Yishuan. I guess we'll find out how well this works though. It's kind of far away from the rest. Oh, hey, look, it's Saint Tontus. Time to beat the shit out of him. Spiral Abyss, did I say that? Meant Shiu defense, obviously.
かにならない報いよ。敵は疲弊。この夏に誓って負けない。じゃあ真夏のサプライズ受け取って。追撃します。無意味なアタック。潮干狩りにでも来た気分。砂浜に思いを刻んで、今の夏の思い出が力をくれる。
エーテルサイト起動。好機ですね。いい戦術。私の後ろに援護射撃。弾丸は風と一つに。制圧するコーナー。修正。戦術中。増大。制圧するコース。これが見え。後期ですね。弾道を計算中。いい戦術。レディー。響き合うただこぼれた。命令に従う。火力制圧続行。無差別開始。備えて。制圧陣形。変流の修正を行います。チャンス。絶対に引かない。突撃の心情は一撃必殺。敵を撃滅します。後期ですね。エーテルサイト起動。いい戦術。
Every time I run Sambia, I always think to myself, does she really need a buff? Maybe she does. I don't know. She still seems fine to me. Maybe it's because I have trigger with her or something. Don't need any of this. I guess I could buy the Boopons. Sure, why not? Jesus, I have so many Boopons now. Okay. I've got... Oh, right, I didn't change my webcam placement. Let's see. Got this much for seed next week. Hopefully it'll be enough, but I guess we'll see. And I don't think I have any signals remaining. Yeah, only 36. Stop, you'll be back. I probably will end the stream pretty soon. It's getting pretty late here. It's like 11 p.m. already, so I probably won't be streaming for too much longer. So I'm just gonna assume that I'll see you tomorrow, Rio. And I have a trigger signature too. Yeah, that's true.
用向きを言え。
私はオボロスの目です。
And I think my I'm pretty sure my trigger has, yeah, she does have my trigger has almost perfect crit rate because she's got 87 right here, and then she's on Shadow Harmony, so 4-piece Shadow Harmony should give her plus 12% crit, additional crits. So she should be near damn near 100%. Yeah, good night, Rio. Take care, man. Might regear her too. I think I think my Sambi is decently geared. I guess her crit damage could be better. Definitely better. My Sambi's got what, like 81 CR? Because I don't think she's able to give herself more CR anywhere. Actually no, she does. When you have a stun or a support character, Ambi's crit rate increased by 10%. Okay. And when Sambi's the active character, all squad members aftershock. Oh, that's why. No wonder Trigger does so much damage. It's because she's getting a buff from Sambi too. That makes sense. 89% is so hard. Honestly, it's good enough in my opinion. In your opinion, I mean, there must be a reason why Pridwin suggests for the standard trigger build to just be on what, like 4-piece stun set and 2-piece Astro Voice. They probably assume that it's just way too fucking hard to get trigger to 90% crit rate, so they're just like, yeah, don't even bother. Like, obviously you should run what, crit rate main stat 4-disc, and then try to stack as much crit rate on her as possible, but it's like trying to hit 90% without her signature is basically fucking, you know, pointless. Once I level up Seed, I think what I'll do is I'll get Sambi's skills leveled up a bit too. Try to get her to all level 11s. Same with Trigger. Damn, gonna be farming lightning skill pieces for, or electro skill pieces for God knows how many more weeks. Let's see. Her 1-disc is pretty good. Too bad I rolled twice into defense. Her 2-disc is also pretty good, actually. 3-disc is, I guess, it's technically okay. Guess it's not bad per se. Crit damage, crit rate. I guess this one's all right. It's okay. Not like my Sambi really needs more crit rate anyway. At least I don't think so. So, guess that's all right. This was actually surprisingly okay. Kind of wish the HP and attack rolls went into double crit, but that's fine. Her 6-disc is her weakest one by far, unfortunately. That would explain it. Don't think I have an attack percent one. Well, technically I do. Can I compare this? Yeah. I could try leveling this one up, see how well this compares. I mean, if this gets any more rolls into crit damage, then it's already worth it, obviously. You got one? Yeah, I got one. Damn, it even got... I was not expecting that. Okay. What the Sigma? Bro. Well, I wasn't expecting that, I swear. Okay, well, what is this? 98%? Because she's getting 10% free crit rate from her core skills. Yeah, 10% increase from having either stun or support. And then 12% more from the aftershock from Shadow Harmony. So yeah, 22%, right? So well, shit. Like honestly, I don't know if I can change this anymore, or I don't know if I can make this technically any better. Let's see. Am I Sambi's working with the Mercado Desire for now? I kind of wonder if let me look up now that my Sambi technically has all good disk drives. Let's see. Soldier Zero Ambi. What is even her preferred weapon then? Oh, Mercado Desire actually is one of her best ones. It's her top what is it? Her top 4-star engine. Okay. So I am running the best I can for her already. Ew, okay. About to say, save your disk drive leveling mats. Oh no, I've got plenty. At least I think I do. Let me check my materials for seed. Let's see. Yeah, enough XP, character XP. This should be enough. What is it? Engine XP. I guess it depends on what she wants later. She's an attacker, right? Let's see. I guess I could give Seed Brimstone. I guess I'll wait for the calculations to come out next week, and see if who is it? See if Seed wants Brimstone. Let's see. Yeah, enough character XP, weapon XP, or engine XP. Yeah, I got plenty of what is it? Disk drive leveling materials, because I've been spending quite some time, or I've spent quite a bit of stamina recently, just like farming disk drives, specifically the Woodpecker Electro set. So, I've been recycling a lot of the ones I don't need. So, got a lot of these hanging around. Also got a lot of spare. What is it? Fodder to fucking make more disk drives over at Bardic Needle. So we should be good. Should be good. I already pre-farmed the attack components for the engine. Should be enough. Already pre-farmed the attacker ascension, or the attacker certs for Seed. And just working on farming electro, or shock chips, I should say. Yeah, I don't have any extra batteries. So. Looks like you just need the expert. Yeah, that's a good point. I gotta remember to farm those out. Do we know what expert materials Seed needs? Because sometimes it's kind of tricky knowing which ones they want, especially if it's like a new one. Gotta look at what weekly materials they want too. Like, I'm not sure if we even know what weekly mats they want. We should. Well, I guess we can look it up. Usually the wiki's pretty good about this. Zenless Seed. Let's see. Yeah, we already know what she wants. Exuvia refinement, the red orb thing, for the weekly, and then higher dimensional data, mortal cleave for the weekly stuff or the expert stuff. Zenless 3 Hakushin is that kind of like the honey hunter of Zenless? Yeah, I didn't even try Endless Tower yet. Hopefully there's nothing there that's limited. Or like limited time rather. Don't know what Honey Hunter. Honey Hunter is a website where it updates like leaked characters into their database so people can see what they do or see information on them pretty concisely there. Honey Hunter's been around ever since as far as long as Genshin's been around, basically. It covers Star Rail too, same domain. Kind of surprised that they didn't start covering Zenless characters too, unless it's by the same guy. He just decided to call it something different, I guess. Hakushin is for the big four. Oh, it covers all four of them. Oh, okay. So that tells me it's probably being run by a different guy then. Honey does have Zen. Oh, okay. Yeah, I figure. Because why wouldn't they have Zenless? Or why wouldn't they cover Zenless? I know that the guy who first established or created the Honey Hunter domain, I know he got into some hot water with Hoyo themselves directly. I think Hoyo even sent him a cease and desist letter or something like that, but he didn't comply. He just told him to go fuck themselves. Well, he was a bit racist about it, which got him into some trouble on social media, but that was like years ago, I think, so. I mean, obviously the dude wouldn't give up Honey Hunter. I mean, the dude apparently makes fucking bank just off the ad revenue that his website generates from all the people clicking on his website. So, yeah, of course he's not gonna give it up. Wait, what? LMFAO? Yeah. The Honey Hunter site has quite the colorful history, I think. Pretty much why you don't like using Honey Hunter. I still use it just because that's what I'm used to. Like, I get that the owner slash creator is probably a fucking piece of shit, but never even heard of that site, not gonna lie. It's been around for a while. That and the shenanigans that the creator, the owner of the website, has gotten himself into. Yeah. So, I guess I'm not really that surprised that you've never heard of it. Besides, you know, newer websites always pop up out of nowhere, and if they provide a better service than what Honey Hunter does, then yeah, obviously, you know, you'll use what's better. get all your Zenless leaks from Twitter or like Jay Stern. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's where you'll find it first anyway, or that's where you'll hear about the leaks first anyway. So just because a Chinese company sued you doesn't give you the right to be racist. I mean, if the owner dude like knew that Hoyo can't really do anything about his website, it's like, why did he even bother like, you know, being a fucking asshole about it to begin with, you know? Like, why did he even bother? Why did he even feel the need to like tell people that, oh, I got sent a cease and desist letter from Hoyo? Like, was he trying to fucking farm pity or something? Like, bro makes more money than I've ever seen in my fucking life in a single goddamn month, just because thanks to all the fucking ad revenue. At least that's how much he used to make. I don't know if he makes that much these days. Maybe not as much, but I'm sure he's still, you know, I'm sure I'm sure Honey Hunter is still generating quite a bit of ad revenue for him. But yeah, like back when you know, like everybody used Honey Hunter. It's like, bro, like you're making more money than my entire family's seen in their fucking lifetimes in a single month. It's like, who exactly are you trying to farm pity from? I guess the people who don't know any better, but yeah, strange situation. Actually, while I'm on the subject, flex plus controversy clicks, yeah, but the flex I can see, the controversy clicks not really. Yeah. Well, maybe if he had been more calm about it. Maybe if he had been, you know, if he had chosen his words on Twitter a bit better and wasn't a fucking racist douchebag about it, then yeah, maybe the controversy clicks could have worked in his favor. But I mean, he just had to fucking run his mouth about, you know, Hoyo and, you know, all the racial slurs. So that probably backfired on him a bit more than he would like to admit, probably. Overview. The wiki doesn't show us what her skills are like. Because I'm kind of interested to know what they said they're going to give us new what is it? They said they're gonna give us new disk drives, right? So I'm assuming Seed and Orpheus will want some of the newer ones. I'm just kind of thinking about how they're supposed to be built. Well, specifically, I'm kind of curious to know what Seed's passive skill or her core passive will give her. It's like, what will she get? Like free crit rate, free crit damage? Like what does she want, or what is she gonna get? You know, she wants 2 attackers. The fuck? Seed isn't Seed herself a fucking attacker? Why does she want a full team of fucking attackers? What the hell? Well, I mean, I guess that makes more sense why both Orpheus and Seed are attackers. If Seed herself deliberately wants her entire team to be made up of nothing but attackers, I guess. Kind of fresh, not gonna lie. I guess so. Yeah, running triple attacker, just unga bunga, just fucking do shit. attack character with the highest attack is considered Seeds. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that part from the stream. So like, Seeds more of a support then, like attacker, but not really. And she inherits 30% of her partner's attack rating, or their attack, and then 35% of their crit damage. Interesting. So she'll get free crit damage, is what I'm hearing. How long have I been AFK? AFK? Did my webcam die again? No, not really. I was like, hey, go, what's going on, man? I haven't been AFK, if you were talking about me. Unless you meant to say that in somebody else's chat. What are the 4 monitors behind me for? Oh, I have 3 PCs. I just don't use the 2 of them on a regular basis. I only turn them on and use them whenever I need to. Which isn't really, you know, very much, but... Going to sleep. Alright, take care, Dandela. I'll probably end the stream soon here, real quick. Or end the stream soon here myself, because I've already been streaming for like, what? It's already like 11 p.m. for me, so it's pretty late. But yeah, take care, man. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Why are so many people doom posting the Genshin 6.0 live stream? There were a couple things that they announced that understandably got some backlash. And to the credit of the people complaining about it, like I complain about it a fair bit myself too. Like I wasn't being doomer about it. I wasn't doom posting about it, but yeah, the way that Hoyo is planning to implement some of the updates is strange, to say the least. Heyo, Jalter. Probably for work. Yeah, work. She wants off-field, min-field attacker partner, which is what you assume Orphe is. Like an attacker who's not on field for that long. Gotta give Genshin devs credit. They consistently give us some sort of doom post, some sort of shit to doom post about, or like drama. I doubt they're doing it on purpose though. Like what advantage will they get? What advantage do they expect to get out of, like, you know, fucking engagement baiting, you know? Star Rail recently, the patch feels so fucking dead. Yeah, I mean, it's been like that for like the past year, pretty much. Yeah, even Genshin has more content than Star Rail these days. And people call Star Rail peak game. Well, yeah, because most of the people who play Star Rail are fucking casual. Game editor is Pog though. Yeah, that's true. Assuming it's good, of course. And I hope it is. I really hope, because actually, I'm a flex my shit real quick again, because I think I did it earlier, but I'm gonna do it again, chat. That whole game editor thing, what the fuck is it called again? Some sort of like Miitopia fucking Wonderland bullshit. I called that shit too, like 2 years ago. In like my how to improve Genshin videos from like last year and 2 years ago. I was like, yeah, like I think Mihoyo should make like some sort of like use map settings game mode, because I come from a StarCraft background, and custom maps are called use map settings maps, or UMS maps. And it was basically the same exact idea. Like people could just make all sorts of like mini games and different types of game modes, from like tower defense games to like literal MOBAs and shit like that. StarCraft 2 also has that same shit too. And people make all kinds of like fun little mini games that people can play. So like, given that Genshin kind of teased that over the years, because we've had events where like technically players could create their own maps within the events themselves. It's like, yeah, if Genshin was able to do that, then I'd like to see them like just create a standalone like game mode or something, like some sort of arcade mode where it's like, yeah, like players can just go in there with like a map editor or something and just create their own fucking mini games. And turns out that's exactly what they did. So once it comes out, all I pray for is that somebody makes like a Genshin version of what is it, of the special forces game mode from StarCraft, StarCraft and StarCraft 2 what is it, custom maps. It's basically just Warcraft 3. Well, you mean Dota. Yeah, Dota was originally a Warcraft mod, I think. Either a mod or a custom map. Something like that. But yeah, obviously people will make like a literal Genshin MOBA, but I'm waiting for I'm gonna see if somebody will make a special forces type map, and we'll see. If nobody makes it, then I might actually make it myself. They already showed, yeah, exactly. They already showed MOBA shit in the trailer, yeah. MOBA stuff, tower defense stuff. Queue with you in Dota? I don't play MOBAs, sorry, Yango. I suck at them anyway. I'm bad. I only played League of Legends like a total of like 2 hours back when I was in fucking middle school, like over like 15 years ago. Warcraft 3 is probably the best RTS ever. I'm more of a StarCraft fanboy myself. I'm not really a fan of how Warcraft works with what is it? Not really a fan of how Warcraft works with the fact that you have hero units. It's like for single player and casual play for like a single player playthrough, it's like, yeah, sure, hero units are fine, but in multiplayer, I don't really fuck with that. Age of Empires. I kind of fuck with Age of Empires. But out of all the old school RTSs, StarCraft is by far my jam. But no matter which RTS you like, it's good that we still have some of the old school ones still around. Mainly AoE 2, SC, and then of course Warcraft 3. Alright. Okay, chat. Time for me to wrap up the stream. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be able to do a longer stream tomorrow, but we'll see. And I'll finish up the Zenless event tomorrow, because I think I didn't get to get the rest of the event done today. I mean, I'm mostly done with the event, actually. Just gotta get the rest of the fishing stuff done, I think. Ugh. So, I'll probably get the rest of the fishing stuff done tomorrow and whatever else I need to get done. Oh, I also need to do FGO tomorrow too, because I know that we've got a couple of master missions that are gonna end soon. I gotta still do that fucking Olga Marie thing. Anyways. Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. I'll send you guys over to Mr. Fobmaster's stream. He's still streaming for some reason. I'm assuming he's going through Star Rail's story, but yeah. Either way, thanks everybody for hanging out. Tell Mr. Fobmaster I said what's up. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, guys. Peace.